Right, I just got back from going uptown. Had to fetch this thing from the local post office. Reason being, it got a flipping customs hit. Hello, yes. As you saw from the little bit before the video, my latest acquisition got a customs hit on it. Love it when that happens, I really do. Not. Yeah, customs charge. The thing that really gets me, the seller had listed it on the parcel as a gift and valued it at $25. So by rights it shouldn't have even got a hit, but it did. They only charged me £3.40 VAT and then slapped an £8 administration charge on it. So like I said, UK Revenue and Customs, bunch of robbing bastards. Anyway, calm down for a minute. I should be excited about this toy. The reason being, what you're about to see is the first, and I've just checked up on YouTube to make sure this is correct, is the first English-speaking Western review of this toy. All the other reviews that have been done on it have been done in Korea. Hello Carbot's Dandy, yes! Or as I like to refer to him, the King of Kibble. When we get this out and look at him in robot mode, you'll see why. But let's have a quick look at the box. Obviously, Hello Carbot is this cartoon show, CGI cartoon show from Korea, which sort of apes Transformers a little bit. You have this little kid called Chatak. I mean, there he is. He finds this sort of Rubik's Cube thing, which then, when he manipulates it, he can call these robots to materialise out of thin air, and then they have these adventures where they do things. And throughout the series, new characters get introduced, and then this guy appears, Dandy. He's amazing. He's quite big. Obviously, he transforms into a van rather than a car, and as you'll get into in a bit more detail in the robot mode. Anyway, this is about the box. Nice colourful box. It's got a big window in it. You've got a bit on the side, it says 3D cartoon series, blah blah blah. Usual, bump on the bottom. Got that on the top, and then on the back, you've got this lovely product shot of Dandy, both in his vehicle mode and his robot mode, the weapons that he comes with, and also available, you've got Prawn, Hawk and Ace, other characters from the show. Not too bothered about Ace, but I would like to get hold of Hawk and Prawn, because they look pretty interesting characters. Also there's the Fembot, Sky. She's literally only just coming out in Korea, but I'd like to get hold of her because she's pretty cool as well. But anyway, for this review, I'm going to go from vehicle mode to robot mode. So obviously, as he comes packaged in robot mode, I'm going to have to get him out and transform him back into vehicle mode. So I will be back in a moment. See you in a bit. And there we go. Dandy in his car mode. Now, the thing about the Carbots is that they are all officially licensed Hyundai vehicles that they're based upon. In this case, Dandy is what's known as a, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Starex, Hyundai Starex, like a minivan thing. Got some weight to him. Nice rolly wheels. Obviously fully detailed. It's got wing mirrors. It's got the things on the roof. It's got the transparent lenses in the lights, front and rear. Good paint details. Moulded door handles. Now, a very good looking vehicle mode. Now, for size comparison, here's G1 Optimus Prime. He's quite big, isn't he? He's quite large. Very chunky vehicle. The other thing that they do with the Carbots line, and they make a big thing about this on the box, they're all done to scale because they're, you know, licensed interpretations of real world vehicles. They are actually done to scale. So this is a 1/23rd scale version or model of a Hyundai Starex. But you're not come here to look at the car mode, you've come here to look at the robot. Okie dokie, let's get transformed. Now, obviously I had to transform this from robot into car mode to start this review off, and I've had a little play with it. So there's a lot of very tight pegs on this thing. So you pull that out, then you disconnect the doors, pop them out, unpeg them, again quite tight, and then bring them forwards. Then you unpeg the back section, which is his arms, as you can see. Then fold out the top of the vehicle. We're starting to get a robot. He does have weapon storage in the back here. Fold out the legs. Split them. Obviously pull his weapon out because it's stowed between his feet. Flip forward his feet. Keep on pegging the legs. There we go. That's basically your legs done. He's quite a big boy, so I'm going to have to pull back a bit. Now that folds back and pegs into there. Now his Kibble wings. That's one thing about this, why I call him the king of Kibble, because look, you've got front part of the van is hanging off his back, the sides and the front of the van cab are actually hanging off his shoulders, and then the rest of the roof is on his arms. He's absolutely loaded with kibble. But as you'll see when I finish transforming him, yeah, the only bit left is fold that back and then the head reveal. And there we go. Starex Dandy in his robot mode. And some people will be looking at this and go, what a piece of junk. Look at all that kibble hanging off everywhere. I mean, he's got van bits, no, roof bits on his arms. He's got the front of the truck mode hanging off his back. And he's got these bits that act as wings on his shoulders. But you have to see him in the show. I'm going to put a link down below for the episode where this guy premieres, the episode where he's going after the robbers who robbed the container out the back of the wagon, and you've just got to see him in action. This guy is amazing in action. He leaps around all over the place. He's such a gymnastic character, and he's just amazing to watch. And even though the thing about Carbots is, because it's a Korean show, it's all in Korean, so you can't understand what's being said. You do get the rough gist of what's going on in the episodes, and the characters of the characters does come through, and Dandy in particular has got a character trait which I quite like. At the end of every sentence, he makes like this rev noise. He goes, I don't know. He keeps going at the end of each everything he says, and I think that's just funny. I mean, Prawn does his "Hey amigo" thing all the time, but Dandy is just, I just love Dandy, and he's such a badass in the show as well. He's quite big. He's bigger than some of the others, and he's very agile and active. And a lot of the episodes he's appearing, he's usually beating off some sort of mutant creature, because the latter half of the series they get that silly villain character who he's got like a big round baby face and he's wearing a leotard, and he keeps creating these mutant creatures, these mutant frogs and cockroaches and all sorts of stuff, and they keep going on the rampage, and then Chatak, the little kid, and the Carbots have got to deal with them. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the toy. What have we got in the way of articulation? Well, the head is on a ball joint, so you get a bit of forwards and back, round and round, and a bit of sides, a bit of side wiggle. These wings, you can sort of bring them down a bit, but they lock in that position. That's the natural position for them to sit. This guy is loaded with ratchets, by the way. Now the arm, it goes about 180 degrees. It is fouling these Kibble wings. Then it's got a joint there, so you've got that joint there, and then joint there, which goes so far up. Again, hits the Kibble wings. Then you've got elbow, soft ratchet on the elbow, and then on his arms he's got the top of the roof. Now it does concertina back thing there. Yeah, so that's the top half. He doesn't have a waist swivel, unfortunately, and he hasn't got any upper bicep swivels either. So yeah, even though they're big, impressive bots, they are lacking in certain, bits of articulation which are taken for granted these days. Obviously, no waist swivel. It's got an upper thigh swivel for the legs. Then you've got the waist. Goes all the way around, and it can go all the way out. Then you've got the knees. He's actually got double knees. Got a knee there and then a knee there, which is actually part of the transformation. So he's got double knees. And on the feet, unfortunately, he's got no tilts on the feet. The feet just go backwards and forwards a few clicks, like that. Another transformation joint. He can sort of bring his shoulders forwards, but he's a big bot. And I'll just do a quick size comparison. Here he is next to MPO1 Prime, Optimus Prime, Masterpiece Prime. As you can see, he's not far off Masterpiece scale. And here's a G1 Prime again. So yeah, he's a very, very big bot. Lacking in certain bits of articulation. Could have done with some swivels, some ankle tilts. Could have done with some upper bicep swivels, which again hasn't got, which is a shame. But then again, the quality on this thing is pretty good. I mean, it's nice sturdy plastic, According to the box, these toys are made in Vietnam and not China, so that might account for something. And yeah, he's loaded with ratchets. So yeah, there we go. Hello Carbot's Dandy. I'm glad I bought him, even though got a bloody customs hit on him, so he cost me just over 60 quid instead of just under 50 quid. But you know, this line of toys is pretty good, and I am interested in getting some more toys from the line, most notably Hawk, Prawn and Sky. I'm not bothering with Ace. They also do, in the show, they do this thing where they change their skin. They sort of transform again into emergency vehicles. Dandy transforms into an ambulance. But when they transform into an ambulance, not only does their vehicle mode change, but their robot mode changes as well. They get totally new, different colours, and they get totally different head sculpts. And the emergency vehicle ones just don't do it for me for some reason. I like the colours on this guy. I mean, he's rocking the black, white, orange and green, a little bit of green. Yeah, it works. I love this guy. And you've got to see him in action in the show. So I'll put a link down below to an episode of the show where you see this guy in action. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little review. Like I said, got one over Ben's Collectibles. Yes, I got there first. This is the first Western review, English speaking review of this toy. You've seen it here first. So okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Bye.